and I will share my screen. Hi guys, hello everyone. Hi. Ha- Hope you guys are having a okay day, good day. Uh, so I just had a small little bit of time in my hands because it's quite heavily raining, and wanted to go back home, but I cannot. So now, is my screen visible? Okay, so let's quickly jump to what I wanted to show. I wanted to show PSU banks, okay, and PSU bank quite likely is the area where we are going to make our next not multi-bagger but 20, 30, 40%. Okay, so first of all, let's see the weekly chart of PSU bank. Weekly नहीं, monthly का ही देख लेते हैं. So I have been telling this since last year September, October, even more beyond that. If people who are following on Twitter, I was quite heavily bullish on PSU banks. Okay, and the reason why, it's a huge big base breakout. मतलब when I say big, it's like literally the BAP of big, So the basing started from October to 2010, and never ever in last 13 years it did make a high of that. Okay, so a lower high, and then suddenly last year 2020 November, that rally took this guy out and it broke out. Okay, आफ्टर दैट ब्रेकआउट के बाद क्या आता है, ब्रेकआउट के बाद रीटेस्ट आता है. तो मंथली में इट टुक 3 months टू रीटेस्ट, एंड अगेन आई स्टार्टेड क्लैमरिंग अबाउट PSU बैंक व्हेन दिस हैपेंड, दैट एंड आई वाज आल्सो लॉन्ग ऑन PSU बैंक का ये PSU बैंक बीस, and I couldn't ride much. 15% or so I rode, and then my focus started. But now what's happening right now is, it started after this is one flag, then another flag. The second flag का base breakout हुआ है. ठीक है, तो generally what happens is, the rallies, they tend to go become shorter and shorter. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे जो base से पहला rally था, it was around 185%. Then the next leg was around 95%. Then the next leg will probably be around 50 to 60%, which means that we still have some 20 to 30% at least. Okay, that is at least. uh, so so now if you look at the PSU banks on a weekly chart, what you can see is, this is classic cup and handle, and in fact the handle is not even pointing below. उसका मतलब क्या है कि ये below, when does a handle points below? When there is at least some decent level of supply, right? तो वो supply that pushes the price back. But इस पे supply इतना कम था that the slope of the handle was just like not even a handle. And last week we got a breakout, and this week we got a follow through. मतलब imagine the kind of carnage we are having in our portfolio, and look at PSU bank and we'll be like, अच्छा ये कौन से इंडेक्स में ट्रेड कर रहा है, अपने वाले इंडेक्स में तो नहीं ट्रेड कर रहा है. दैट काइंड ऑफ फीलिंग आई गॉट बाय लुकिंग एट दिस. नाउ आई वांट यू टू नाउ सी व्हाट आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट इन टर्म्स ऑफ रिलेटिव स्ट्रेंथ. ठीक है, तो ये जो in a weekly, the relative outperformance of banks started way in last January 2021. Although after that relative strength was so, but then last year September के बाद एक peak outperformance आया, and that was also visible in one of the charts I sent you in breadth. उसके बाद this time में this was the time when it sort of corrected and retested. And now you see, although this 40% or so happened here, that was in line with the general market ka movement. And in my opinion, the real outperformance will only start when this guy actually this let me draw this better. The actual outperformance will start now, and this is a downtrend line breakout in the relative strength. Okay, so honestly looks really good. And because it's not just PSU banks, but in general PSUs are also the ones which are moving the market, right? So this is how CNX PSU Bank is poised. It's sort of it's breaking out or breaking out, right? Now if you go to individual stocks, what you should see is stocks which have already done this. मतलब अभी as a group they are trying to do the outperformance, but the names which have already started the outperformance are the ones which are gonna go long most likely. In general सारे ही जाएंगे, ठीक है? तो आप देखिए, let's start from the top. इसको सबसे नीचे डाल देता हूँ मैं. I will also tell you. So you see PNB में हो गया वो चीज़. The what we are seeing in this one, PNB has already done that, right? So the outperformance, the breakout in here already happened this week. um, more so this week or the next week should have been the breakout entry of this small base, ठीक है? तो ये अभी थोड़ा एक्सटेंडेड है. Similarly, IOB also similar thing happened. This was the week where the relative strength zero पे आके फिर चला गया, and now it's made a new high. Okay, so now in all of these names, what you are going to expect is like this. ऐसे चढ़ेगा and then will make a high, either previous high और उसके नीचे, and then again will make a low, and then probably वो इतना दूर तक नहीं सोचेंगे. But for now, the outperformance has just started. Now what happens is IOB is right now at the O'Neill pivot. तो इसके बाद अगर contraction आया तो भाई मतलब that's an amazing entry, right? Similar chart in central bank. I think I मैंने 30 या 30 समथिंग से 35 तक इसको दिया, फिर मैं बेच दिया, पता नहीं क्यों. But again, it's at the O'Neill pivot now. Any sort of handle kind of a thing would be a great entry. Same like all of the PSU bank will have the similar kind of chart right now, ठीक है? तो इसका थोड़ा अभी outperformance शुरुआत नहीं हुआ है, थोड़ा ये lagging है. But again, charts the general idea they are trying to tell you is the same. तो देखो यूको बैंक हम लोग ने कितना टाइम देखा when it was in here, right? डेली में और भी साफ दिखा. दिस वॉज अ ह्यूज बेस, नाइस बेस. तो फ्रॉम हियर टिल हियर probably already 20-25% has gone, but again it will provide us a new entry when this peak will be taken out. Okay, so this is another amazing name. मतलब we will be spoiled here for just a minute. Some people are waiting. Alright folks, ठीक है, तो सारे अंदर आ गए हैं. तो basically what I was trying to say, again I will say quickly, a quick recap for people who joined late, is that CNX PSU bank has started a nascent uptrend, ठीक है? तो नेसेंट अप ट्रेंड भैया जी शुरू कर दिए हैं, एंड दिस इज़ अ बिग बेस ब्रेकआउट विच इज़ ऑलमोस्ट 13 years long base breakout happened here, and then it retested 3 months, and then it's now again started the journey. Very recently it took out the O'Neill pivot. कहाँ पे? ये वाला. तो प्रायर अप ट्रेंड, बेस, हैंडल, ब्रेकआउट, तो इसको बोलते हैं CNH ब्रेकआउट. एंड सिमिलरली CNH ब्रेकआउट जब हो रहा है तभी उसका रिलेटिव स्ट्रेंथ में भी इट इज़ गोइंग टू पुट अ ट्रेंड चेंज इन द रिलेटिव स्ट्रेंथ, राइट? सो सिमिलरली देन वी गो टू द नेम्स में ऑल्सो देर आर सम विच हैव ऑलरेडी डन वॉट द इंडेक्स इज़ गोना डू. तो CNX PSU बैंक का जो इंडेक्स है इट इज़ नाउ स्टार्ट टू गो अप, राइट? तो यहाँ पे क्या दिखाई मिलेगा आपको? जे CNX फुल्ली आउट परफॉर्म करेगा ऐसे जाके, ठीक है? तो ये इंडेक्स लेवल पे होने के लिए द इंडिविजुअल स्टॉक शुड डू this, right? So some of the stocks will already be doing that, some of the stock will follow. So PNB has already done that. IOB will follow. It's at the O'Neill pivot now. Central Bank will follow, it's at the O'Neill pivot now. PSB will follow, it's at the O'Neill pivot now. UCO Bank is at the O'Neill pivot now. This guy has already done that. Okay, तो देखिए, this is one of my favorites. माने um, what should I say to put more weight on how and why this is a favorite. This is a really a favorite chart of mine. See, this is a peak big रिवर्सल वो क्या बोलते हैं, तो वीकली में इतना बड़ा असेंडिंग ट्राइंगल में जो ब्रेकआउट आता है ना, तो दिस इज़ लाइक एब्सोल्युटली दिस इज़ द डेफिनेशन ऑफ अ बिग बेस ब्रेकआउट. ठीक है, big base breakout which is 1819 days big, 270 weeks, and some years, right? Now you also see that this guy has already done what we are expecting of the index to do, which is made a new high. Okay, and similar to PNB, but PNB is little extended, whereas Bank of India is not, right? So for an immediate kind of a positional entry, I would prefer this. Although this is in weekly, so you also have to think about your holding period in weekly terms, right? So 3 to 4 weeks, which is 3 to 4 candles, would be around more than half a month or so, right? So my absolute favorite is Bank of India. Mahabank has been an outperformer. Again, you can see that कौन से at which point did the change in the higher high in this happened is here, right? Somewhere here. And that was also the point where Mahabank broke out of this inverse head and shoulder kind of a base, and then from there it's already like some percent above, right? So this is an absolute leader in the space, followed by PNB, and everyone will do this. It's just that एक बंदा पहले कर दिया, फिर कोई बंदा आ रहा है. So again, similarly, Canara Bank is also, you see, this is prior uptrend, and then we had a saucer breakout और के handle बनाया, and then last 2 weeks it's again started the uptrend. So again, Canara Bank is also like that. ये PSU Bank B's है. This is also now sort of broken out of this base, right? And see the volume. See, volumes will never lie to you. Okay, volumes will never lie. So big investors, FII, DI, whoever is putting money, we don't know, we don't have to know. Like, बस इतना पता होना चाहिए कि बहुत ज़्यादा खरीद रहे हैं कि प्राइस ऊपर जा रहा है. That's all we need to know, right? And we will get that even without looking at the news, because price is the only price and volume is the only truth, right? So this was the one breakout entry. This is the another entry. ये थोड़ा extended हो जाता है, but looking at the data, looking at the like positional kind of a thing, thinking about months, still a good entry. ठीक है. See, similar, like सब similar kind of वो बनाया हुआ है, pattern बनाया हुआ है. Although yeah, so Bank of Baroda was also a hugely highly outperforming guy, and this guy has again started. So actually, looking at the charts now, I am actually spoiled of choices here. देखिए इंडा बैंक का क्या चल रहा है. हाँ, so this guy has already bounced from the zero, right? And this was the point around where the outperformance or the breakout happened. So this guy is again just like IOB, Central Bank, PSB, ये अभी O'Neill pivot पे आके he has already started to make the handle, right? So you can see what's happening. Couple of them have already broken out of the cup and handle kind of a structure. Couple of them are making the handle. So this guy is making the handle. Some are just making the cup, right? So these are the 3 levels. You just have to pick anyone. Like honestly, all of them are going to perform. ठीक है. तो ये बंदा भी देखिए कितना बड़ा बेस है. मतलब this guy was in a downtrend since 2020 10 November, and then very recently he made a higher high. So ये वाला last वाला high को तोड़ा यहाँ पे very recently. यहाँ पे ये this candle got broken, and then 3 or 4 weeks of ये क्या है, ये स्मॉल हैंडल बोल सकते हैं या करेक्शन बोल सकते हैं, जो भी बोल सकते हैं. एंड देन वी हैड अ ह्यूज डे. तो दिस इज़ अनदर लाइक एवरीथिंग पॉसिबली एक्सेप्ट एस बी आई, बिकॉज एस बी आई में बहुत ज़्यादा वो है. इट्स अ वेरी, इट्स अ हाई, इट्स अ लार्ज कैप. सो यहाँ पे तगड़ा मूव आने के लिए फिर बाइंग भी ऐसे ही होती है. एंड दैट्स वाई एस बी आई इज़ द वन विच इज़ शोइंग द लोवेस्ट रिलेटिव स्ट्रेंथ. सबसे पुअर रिलेटिव स्ट्रेंथ एस बी आई में है. ठीक है. बट अगेन अगर आप एस बी आई भी ख़रीदोगे ना, तो यहाँ पे भी आपको पैसा बनेगा, ऑलबिट उतना लेवल तक नहीं बन सकता है. But everyone will make money right now. So you just line them up and throw a dart. If you don't want to do that, if you want to say that okay, hey, I am gonna just ride one name, in that case, CNX PSU Bank Bs could also be a very good option. ठीक है. Okay guys, that was a quick video I wanted to share. And if you guys, the बारिश भी रुक गई, so I will not take many questions. So please fire away whatever you have. So PSU banks will give a little less because पता है क्यों, SBI है उधर. CNX PSU में SBI will be there, right? So if you see out of so it will not be. So let me tell you like this. It will be at at the so let's say the highest one gave 100%, the lowest one gave 60%. It will be around. It will be more than 60 basically, because it has because. हाँ राहुल. हाँ राहुल, tell. Sugar sector, is it? I haven't taken a very deep look at it, but let me just quickly look at couple of names. A B C D P Q R S S S S. Okay, so here's how one can do it, right? So if you see sugars, the kind of move today they had, and only two sugars closed in red, everyone closed in green. So is directly from here one can say that hey, probably there is a good move in sugar, right? That's a good way to say. And looking at their weekly charts, Triveni broke out couple of weeks ago, and volumes also look good. Um, Same with Awadh, same with Mawana. Yeah, I think one can say that it's at the verge of a bigger breakout as a group, you know. Uh, yes, so Magad has already been in a good uptrend since couple of weeks. I figured out couple of names which like Renuka and all. So this was the breakout I wanted to trade, and I had also set a GTT here. Unfortunately, I took off the GTT, but yeah, one can say that a move in sugar is coming, or has already started. So yeah. Yes, yeah, you're welcome. PSU banks. Hi, any question on PSU banks and stuff? Vikram, come again. I did not get you. हाँ sure, but तो G power में something I don't like is that huge gap down. बट अगेन जी पावर में क्या हो रहा है अभी, आई थिंक पावर सेक्टर भी है, तो स्लोली आउट परफॉर्मेंस हैज़ स्टार्टेड टू कम. सो यू सी दिस वाज द ब्रेकआउट पिवट. ठीक है, ये वाला. तो ब्रेकआउट पिवट से ब्रेकआउट आ गया इस वीक. दैट वीक इट मूव 20%, एंड देन देर आर 2 weeks ऑफ सेलिंग. ठीक है. Now what the stock is doing is it's sort of forming a one can say that it's basing between two areas. This is the pivot high and this is the pivot low. So by now you know what kind of setups is open here. अभी right now there is no setup here because अभी breakout भी नहीं हुआ है और support पे भी नहीं है. One can not one I can anticipate sort of a formation of a VCP which would look like a ascending triangle. ascending नहीं symmetrical triangle. So ये 1T हो गया, ये second T का bottom found कर लिया है and hopefully अगर breakout नहीं भी आया तो third T का breakout is possible for you to trade. If you miss this, one can obviously trade the breakout of 197.3. So that would be a breakout entry. Cool, man. Okay, if no more questions, then let's say goodbye. Saurav has joined. I'm sorry, Saurav, you are too late. This was an impromptu session, so we'll send you the video. Okay, see you guys. Bye.